Welcome back, it's Cameron 301 here, and today we're going to be going to the Sea Life Aquarium if you've got enough time, and also on the cruise. A beautiful view behind me. As you can see, there's a London Eye. If I could turn my camera around up there. Turn my camera around, you can see like the London Eye here. We'll be going on that soon, either tomorrow or a couple of days after. Sometimes down, I don't know if it's down here directly or somewhere else, they have lots of food eateries. What I'm a bit curious about is that I haven't booked my ticket, so I might not be able to do one of the things that we planned to do today. But yeah, somewhere along here is a food court somewhere, usually on certain days, but I can't remember where. Yeah, so basically, I don't know which side to get it from. I know there's a pier down here, and the pier, I'm going to ask before I go to the Sea Life Aquarium. I'm wondering if I can get through all of it in time, because there's two different activities. I don't know how long it will take me to get through the whole of the Sea Life Aquarium, because I'm meant to be there 15 minutes early. But there's a pier here, and there's one right next to the London Eye, which a lot of people don't realise. So I don't know which one I'm meant to be going to. Yeah, I was trying to show you guys the food court, but I don't know. I don't think it's here today, or maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. But there's a lot of construction work, so maybe things have changed. And here is the Queen Elizabeth Purcell room. I don't actually know what half this stuff is actually for. I don't know if this general public can visit or if you need some sort of appointment. So like here, in front of me is a pier. I'm gonna ask. But later on we're gonna be going on one of these cruise ships, but I'm not sure if this is the correct place or there's one further down right next to London Eye, because it's a London Eye on the right hand side, Thames side, but I know there's another one here right in front of me, so I'm gonna ask both before I go. So as I was saying, the pier here is what I was talking about. I think it's here, but I don't know if it's this one or there's one further down right by the London Eye, so I'm gonna ask here and just see what they say. I'll let you guys know when I'm back. As you guys can see, there's loads of food eatery places here. I think the other side, I think it's the other pier. So yeah, I went to ask the guy at the counter, but he's having a long conversation with some tourists about film festivals and stuff. So I'm gonna see if there's another one nearer to I think I'm originally meant to go. I'm still worried that I might not make it back in time, but we'll see. Yeah, if you look in front of me, there's like a massive bridge. So if I turn my camera around, there's like a bridge up here. So like there's a bridge and leads to the other side of London. I think it's still classed as south, but at this side of the bridge, and I think it becomes north, and I think that's north as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Also there's a train station you can hear. If I'm on the higher level, up the ground, you'll be able to see it. I think it's Farringdon Station, but I'm not 100% sure, so you guys will have to let me know. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a beach down here. Like it's not really a proper beach, but I'll turn my camera around, you guys can see. A better view last time, but there's a bit of, I guess you could kind of class it as a beach, but not really. But the water is not very clean. People say it's clean, but look at it, it's not. It used to be sewage water, it still is. More food eatery places, like little bars and stalls and stuff, so it's great places to go around London. So different foods from where they've got hot dogs, it's just things to eat. You got like street bakery stuff, chicken. There's also like with the food court they had like I was trying to show you guys earlier. The food court I was trying to show you guys earlier, they had like Thai food, Caribbean food, Trinidadian food, Turkish food, Indian food, Lebanese food, all sorts. So, but I think it's closed down, or today I've come the day where it's not open. So just have to see. Also, there's a lot of people busking around here and doing all sorts of street performances to make a living. So yeah, it's just quite a good place to come. I'm trying to not film people with my camera on, but everyone's just in the way. It's a tourist area, so yeah. We've got like a frozen yogurt place with Snog behind me. And then we've got a Ferris wheel, so if you've got like a family and stuff, that's good for that as well. And on the opposite side of the bridge where I am now, you can see Big Ben. So Big Ben is like a giant building, it's a famous historical building, and you can hear it for quite a long distance away. So every hour the clock strikes and you will hear it. You think we just missed it, or I don't know what the time is now, but every hour on the hour you will hear the bell strike. So let me guys show you. Here, that's Big Ben right opposite me there, that tall building with the clock. And there's also lots of like, these lampposts have some sort of historical significance, which I'm not sure what they actually mean. But then you'll see, I think, cause you can't see the train station I was talking about over there. But yeah, that's, you can actually go inside there. There's excursions and stuff and tour guides if you go there. There's been a lot of crazy events that happen here, and here there's lots of other tourist attractions, like there's a tourist gift shop not too far away, but people in the distance. And then there's the London Eye, not London Eye, the London Dungeon. There's a London Eye up here, we're closer to it, so it's harder to see. And then there's a Sea Life Aquarium, which we're gonna try and go to next if there's not a long queue. And then, yeah, it feels a little bit chilly because we're closer to the sea now, and as you can see, I've just been careful not to drop my phone. Yeah, I don't know how dirty this water is, but I'd hate to fall in there because the amount of, look how dirty it looks, it's just brown and green. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, the excursions, there's also, okay, when it goes, I'm going to turn my camera back around to me and I'll carry on filming. So basically in front of me there's like a tourist gift shop, there's a Sea Life Aquarium, London Dungeon, there's a hidden arcade if it's still there. Someone told me it closed down but not too sure, and I know not too far from here, like near London Bridge, there's like a skater park where lots of skaters go. So there's lots to do around here, especially as a tourist, but the prices are up, so just beware. You're going to get ripped off if you're a tourist, if you don't know what it is. Everything's going to be extra expensive because that's how they make their money here. I think I found the right place I meant to go. I think I know where I meant to go. I think it's here because yeah, someone's taking a picture. I'm probably in it, but well, what can I do? Yeah, this is here. There's another famous thing in front of me. I don't know what this is, but as you guys can see, it's a Jubilee Oracle by Alexandra in 1980. So I don't know, but I'm going to turn my camera around again so you guys can see. I wish you could like flip the camera whilst video calling, because it's annoying having to stop and start all over because it kind of loses track and progress, but it's cool. Here's the Oracle, Jubilee Oracle, and if you can read it there, I have to bend down because I'm tall so I can't see the writing, but yeah, you guys can probably see it clearly on screen. That's where we'll be heading later, I believe. This, I've been on this once before when I was about 12 years old. The London Eye, it takes about half an hour to go around the full thing, but it looks like it's not moving. It isn't still, it's always moving, just very slowly. And for something that goes that high and it's quite that big, you think it would look quicker, but yeah. And we're gonna go on that either maybe tomorrow or the day after, but you can see it moving now that I'm closer. Me and my dad went on this once, but my dad's scared of water and he's scared of heights, so this is his worst nightmare because below is water and look how high it goes up. You can see a lot of London, like almost the whole of London from the top. When you get to the very top, you can see as far as Crystal Palace. That's quite a distance from here, but it's a giant landmark people use. And as I said, there's lots of street performances in this area. And if you need, there's a information centre there. There's got like maps and guides and stuff there. I believe this is where I'm meant to go later. So let's see if I can make it back in time and just making sure it's the right place. Boat ticket sales pier entrance. Okay, I'm gonna ask if it's definitely, just double check if it's the right place I'm meant to go, but yeah. There's lots of food stalls, and look how long the queue is for the London Eye. As you can see, it's massive. I can't even film the top at the top, but yeah, the queues are massive up there. So yeah, this is a tourist shop I was talking about earlier. This, you can buy things that represent Britain and London in general. And then there's lots of different souvenirs you can get from here, this place. And then further along, we've got the London Eye and the Sea Life Aquarium in these buildings here. This is where you need to buy the tickets for London Eye if you haven't pre-booked it. What else is there? That's we're close to Big Ben now. You see the signs for London Dungeon in the distance. So in the distance, you can see it's in black and red. And here, I don't know what this is here, but that's the county hall. I'm not sure what's in here. I'm not sure everything was in the county hall behind me, but there's definitely some takeaway food and stuff. I don't know. I remember there used to be like an arcade there, I think, but I don't know if it's closed down like people said. Again, Big Ben is still here. This is a London Dungeon. It's quite a scary event. It's a fun thing to do. The best thing to do has been someone there prank them. It's about British history, but it's like live actors and live performances. It's not as good as it used to be, because it used to be near London Bridge before, but before 2010 or around that time, they moved it to here. So not everything's the same. But yeah, they put you on the boat ride as well, and there's like that's a bit scary, and there's also a roller coaster at the end of it. I've been here about 3 or 4 times in my life, but yeah, it's a good thing to do if you ever come to London. London Dungeon, best thing to go. And it's £24 to get in here, so it's not too expensive. And then there's buy your attraction tickets also from here, so that's a good thing where you can buy. Just figuring out where the Sea Life Aquarium is, I think it's here. There's Strex Adventure as well. Never been to there before, but I've seen it advertised on the back of cereal packaging. And there's more, there's a Build-A-Bear workshop. So again, if you got kids, it's good for entertaining kids and stuff if you got kids with you. What else is there? Oh, sorry. I'm not sure. I think this is where it is. Yeah, this is here. So we'll show any time when you've got time slot. So, yeah, the Sea Life Aquarium's here. Here's the entrance, and this is a school entrance only. But we also feel there's more food eateries here. I think this is, I'm not sure.
I worked in the research role. I'm
not sure what kind of food. I think it's a variety of different food, but it says French style hot dog. I don't know what that exactly means. Booked office ticket holders are that way. I don't know if we've got enough time to actually go through, so I might just get something to eat. After I get something to eat, we'll go on the cruise. But it closes at 4 p.m, so usually most places here close at 5 or 5:30, sometimes even up to 7. But they're open from 9, but this is open from 10 to 4, the Sea Life Aquarium. I haven't bought my tickets in advance, so I don't know if I'll have time to do that. Because by the time I go on the boat and come back, it's going to be quite late. We'll do this another time. When I go on the London Eye, we'll do the aquarium as well. We'll go and leave out early in the morning. But yeah, if you want to walk to the other side, the buses that go, I think you go to Camberwell and other places from here. And there is a hop on hop off bus. That is a lot of, it takes you around all the different sites, tourist sites and tourist attractions in London. So if you ever went on those, but sometimes they make up the prices, and if they hear you're foreign, they'll try to charge you more. So yeah, so there's lots of things to do around here. As you can see, it's a very busy area, but for now, I'm gonna go and get something to eat and just rest for a bit. And then we'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably come back to go on the London Eye and go to the Sea Life Aquarium. But for now, it's because it's quite early in the afternoon, and by the time our booking is, it will be too late to eat. I'll be starving by the time that happens. So there's a hall. I'm gonna walk back to the hall. So 1 second, guys. Basically walked almost the entire length of this bridge, and there's lots of things to do around here. As you can see, different food eateries. So no matter where you're from, you can find something familiar for you if it's your first time here in central London. There's lots of tourist attractions, as I was showing you guys earlier. Lots of entertainment, street performers, buskers, and sometimes I think the food court is not open today, but the food court, even though there's not a food court, there's lots of food stands anyway from all different types of food. Like I was saying earlier, like Thai, Caribbean, Indian, Chinese, Middle Eastern, Lebanese, everything. So yeah, there's lots of different things. I don't know what this is. This is Gurre's restaurant. Yeah, I didn't know half the stuff was here, so I've learned something new myself. So there's a lot of different things to do here, and if you're here you can make a fun family day out for it if you ever come to London. So that's good to know what there is and other options. I'm not going to do everything, but I'm just going to give you guys a glimpse of what's possible to be done around here. On the good way to avoid the crowd is just go into the narrow parts to avoid the crowd, because there's so many people. But the narrow parts are a bit dirty. So it's like over, because I don't know, people are slow walkers and I just hate slow walkers, and I'm probably going to make you look a bit clumsy now. I get people out here just sightseeing, but like, sometimes it's like they can see someone's there, they just walk into you. Like, it's annoying when it comes to slow walkers, but in a busy place like this, it's expected to be slow. Lots of people, because they're here just taking everything in, they're not here just to go to where they're going and come back. I'm not sure, I think I see an Uber boat like I showed you guys in Greenwich. Someone's screaming, so I almost let that slide over, but I didn't mean to, it was an accident, everyone was just in the way. And like, I have poor spatial awareness, like, so it's not good. But here we're gonna go back, so it's like, I forgot what the name of the hall. There's a hall here where you can like get some rest and some food. So we're gonna go back there whilst we're waiting. We're not gonna go to the Sea Life Aquarium, but we'll come back and go there tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, I think I only have one more thing left for you guys, or two more things to do. But tomorrow I'll get up extra early so I can get everything done, because when you see these videos, when I put them together and edit them together, you're not gonna know that there's separate days that I went on. So yeah, so sometimes I'll try to aim to do 2 activities a day, but recently I've only been doing 1. So I'll probably upload them in June, because if I upload them in June, then I can finish my gaming series, because I'm trying to do gaming series and travel series. So yeah, that's the 2 different things. I'm trying to alternate between the 2. Although I changed my name, I still refer to myself as my original name here. People are not really aware. A lot of people don't have self-awareness. Everyone just running from me and getting away. Someone's a bit patient, but sometimes it's annoying because it happens so much. It's like people aren't aware that there's other people around them. But yeah, there's buskers behind me that you can hear singing right now. Yeah, they're quite good. They haven't got much of an audience, but they will get a bigger audience later. It takes a while for performances to come up. There's a guy who sings around here usually, but he's not here today. But there's a lot of buskers, because people do this for a living, so they're just trying to, it's a hustle culture, I guess. Because I know it's a lot to pay to a busk even, and you have certain requirements and rules you still have to follow. So yeah, going back to where we came from. What do I need to do? Yeah, there's a guy at the counter I asked, he said he could swim in the next one. I said I want to sightsee first, I wanted to get something to eat, I'm a bit hungry. And obviously, sometimes I get a bit seasick, so I have enough time to dust my food and come back here. But we've got the Suffolk Centre, so we've got, I'm not sure how to pronounce this right, but we've got Masuri 2025. We've got Tianzu Chen Trance. And we've got Yishan, A Story Untold. It's Easter Encounters on the Thursday 17th to Sunday the 20th of July, a celebration of East and Southeast Asian culture. So there's quite, as you can see, there's quite a diverse community here, so they're doing things for both tourists and people who live in the area. Fish and chips, it's a classic. Behind me, like fish and chips is I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, fish and chips is technically Jewish, but British people eat it a lot. Because the only British food I can actually think of is Madeira cake. That's it. I don't think there's actually such thing as, even English breakfast, probably not even English. But apparently there's an argument over haggis, being whether haggis is either originally Northern English or Southern Scottish. But haggis is known as a Scottish dish. It's the Scottish national dish, I think. Well, England's national dish is chicken tikka masala, but the thing is, even though people say it's English national dish, but it's chicken tikka masala, but the thing is, it was made by a Scottish person of Asian descent. So it's not even English, it's Scottish. It's still British, even though most Scottish people don't like to be referred to as British, but we're going to follow how the administration works, then yeah, I guess they call it British, but just beware that most Scottish people don't like being called British. Yeah, it's getting a bit dark now because we're going under. I came from down there earlier, I think, as I was trying to show you guys earlier, there's a train station here, but this is all the food, the eateries they have around here. I'm sure there used to be a skate park near here somewhere, but I don't know, maybe it closed down. Or maybe I'm in the wrong place, I don't know. You're spoiled for choice when it comes to food here. There's a restaurant called Riverside, I've never been there before. They serve cocktails. Let's see what else they do. A lunch menu and a drink. Yeah, I need to go to the toilet. Well, I'll get something first and go to the toilet afterwards because... Actually, I'll probably go to the toilet now and get something afterwards. But because I've got a bladder, I've got a weak bladder, so I always need to go to the toilet all the time. I was thinking there's a Lebanon food, like I said, Lebanese food behind us. Lebanon. I don't know if this was closed. I think it's closed actually. I don't know. I should go around the other way. But yeah, the South Bank Royal Centre is closed. I think it's closed. It says Notice Centre visit information Tuesday 20th of May. Yeah, the place I was going to go to the toilet is closed, but there's another toilets downstairs, so I come back to where I come from. But the guy, I think he's foreign, so he doesn't understand English. So he didn't understand, but I told him it was closed. Today is not the 20th, is it? I don't know. What's the date today? I thought wait, is it the 19th or 20th? Let me check. Okay, yeah, it's the 19th today. But I think it's empty here. I think it's closed anyway today. I was going to get something to eat from here, but maybe I'll go somewhere else to find something to eat. I'm still not keeping an eye on the time too much. But I'm just thinking I know where I can go and get some food. So I don't really film people yet, it's all closed today. So I don't know when it's opening again. Well, I didn't say it was closed on the sign. It says, let me actually read the sign properly. It says visit information on Tuesday 20th of May. The Royal Festival Hall will be closed public. All day, the members' lounge will be closed. The National Poetry Library will be open. Thank you for understanding. And then, yeah, but it's closed on Monday, but it's open from Tuesday from 10 AM to 11 PM, as you can see the signs here. So yeah, we're gonna go back down to where we pass all these different foods and get something to eat there, but it's gonna be extra expensive. It's not a problem for me, but I know basically it's okay for me, but if you're a tourist on if your tourist is on the budget, try to go to a local supermarket like Sainsbury's, Tesco, or what else is there? I don't know. Say with a Tesco nearby here, but if you have a Morrison's, Asda, just wherever you're staying, if you're not staying in central London, buy from a local supermarket before you come to central London, because you'll save a lot of money that way. But like here, they rip tourists off with tourist prices, so everything's more expensive than what it actually is if you go it somewhere else. People probably think I'm lost because I've been walking back and forth, but I didn't realise here was closed today because it's Monday. I thought it was open every day, but it's I think it's closed on Monday, and I think it's open for a shorter time on Sunday. Don't remember fully. Oh yeah, up there is a train station, I believe. The train goes across the bridge if you go up there. So yeah. Now I'm just gonna look at certain places to eat from. This looks like more of a bar, so I don't think they sell food. But let me see anyway. Yeah, no, they don't really sell food. There's more drinks. That noise you hear above me is the train. Yeah. Let's go and find something to eat. We'll find something to eat. And then I'll be back, but I don't know what there is to eat for now. I'm trying to think. I'll show you guys once I bought some food. I just want to know if there's any proper food to eat, but I see a hot dog stand, so maybe I can get something from there. So basically I got myself a dark chocolate Belgian waffle and a white chocolate Belgian waffle with banana. The thing is, I'm actually somewhat intolerant, so again for the second time I'm going to have some sort of reaction, but it's just finding something to eat. But it's okay. It's only going to be mild, so it's alright. It looks really nice. It's quite pricey. It was £10 per waffle, so I paid £20 for each, and I also got myself some water. So yeah, I'm going to eat this, and then got a little bit of a cold, I'm sorry guys. Yeah, we're gonna eat this, and then after we finish eating this, I hope I don't stop it all over my clothes by accident. But after we eating these two desserts, I think I wanna go to relieve myself, and after that, that's like reason I'm gonna go to the toilet, and then after that, I think it'll be time to go back towards the boat ride. But I got it from a place called Choco Fruit. It's a pink food stand. I don't know if you see it in the distance. There's one pink building over there. Oh, someone's wait until the person's out of the video. There's one, everyone's just getting in the way, so there's no one, but there's one like a pink stand. There's not that one, there's the other one next to it. So it's called Choco Fruit. I'll put a picture of it up if I can find one online, so that you guys know where to find it from. I finished one and just put it in the bin, but as you can see, the waffles here look absolutely amazing. You probably, this lighting's not the best, but the ones I showed you it before, they're absolutely amazing. I just changed seats because there were ants on these little bits, but now I'm getting harassed by flies and wasps, so I'm going to eat this before more flies and wasps come. It was a place called Choco Fruit, pink store. It was close to London Eye, but nearer to the bridge side. It was like a Liberty Farringdon station from over there in the distance. And they're really friendly, good customer service. There's lots of toppings. I think you've got a lot of options of strawberry, banana, marshmallows, and different like chocolate sprinkles for toppings. I think there might be more because they had like I didn't see it, but I saw like strawberries in the cup. I think they have other things as well, and there's like a glass thing of them. So I want to respect their business in terms of, not everyone wants to be filmed or a business to be filmed if they're not getting anything out of it. So that's why I don't film those businesses or inside places unless it's really allowed. So yeah, I was good for that, but I always give them credit where it's due. And yeah, amazing food. So if you're looking for something to eat, don't just fill your stomach. There's quite filling these waffles. Very nice, they're warm, they're sweet, and they're not sickly sweet. They're sweet enough so it's tasty and delicious, but it doesn't overdo it. So they're perfect, and they're quite toasty and crunchy. They're easy to cut through. Because I remember in my video when I was in Iceland, I went to eat into it. It's hard to cut the thing that had blueberries and ice cream on top of it, but it's hard to cut everything. These ones easy to cut. You just need a fork. I was using a metal knife and it's still hard to cut the ones in Iceland. These ones, it's a wooden fork. As you can see, I ate the chocolate one, that's why it's covered in dark chocolate. But I gave you two separate forks, but I accidentally dropped one. But yeah. so I'm just using the one I've got left. But these are amazing. Like, it's very crunchy and warm, soft. The texture is very light and airy, and the banana at the same time. The banana at the same time is adds to that sweetness, but again, it's not too much. So in a way, I'm kind of getting one of my 5 a day, even if it's in a sugary way. Someone just said excuse me, but I'm not sure if they're talking to me. There's a bunch of like school kids out. I think they're on the school trip in front of me, but I think I might be in the way. I don't know, but whatever. I don't really care if I'm in the photo, as long as it's not bad. I don't mind. But if they're telling me to move, if I could move out the way, I'm sorry guys, I'm eating. I come across as like I'm being a bit rude, but no, I feel like recently, before I would have been just budged to the side for everyone, but now I'm just being a bit more, what's the word? I feel like I didn't stand up for myself as much as I should have, but now I'm just like, whatever, I don't really care. But anyway, yo, let's enjoy. Right, I'm just finishing off the last bit of waffle, still a little bit. I'm chewing on it. Bad fruit etiquette, people say. I meant the white chocolate was a bit sickly sweet, but it's because white chocolate's like that anyway. Not because of it, but if you're into white chocolate, it's for you. Me, I didn't have white chocolate for ages, so I thought, why not just do something different? But I've got 2 dark chocolates. Right now, I've got a lot of time, so I'm just going to sit here and rest for a bit before we go on our cruise. Cruse is somewhere behind us. Yeah, it's behind us, right next to the London Eye. It's right there, so you can't miss it. There's another pier further down the other way where I first came. Another one down there. Where we're going is down there. So yeah, so we're gonna be. People probably think I'm pointing at them. I'm not. I'm just trying to show you guys. We're going. For now, I finished eating and drinking. I'm gonna need to find a toilet. I don't know if they're this way or that way. And then we can go home. So I almost sneezed. Yeah, and then we can go on our cruise when it gets to 2:30, because at 2:45 we have to be there 50 minutes early. Let's go a little bit early. I'm thinking, where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go to, I don't know where the toilets are from here. I don't know if it's this way or the other way. I think it's the toilets there, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think they're to the left of me. And now I'm getting harassed by a wasp. Because it smelled the sweet thing on me, so let me go and put this in the bin. Does it leave me alone? Yeah, I don't mind bees, because bees leave you alone, they just bump into you and go about the business, but wasps hover around you for ages and they sting you, and they can sting more than once. I don't like wasps. I've never been stung by a bee or wasp before, but there's a first time for everything, so you know. If that was happening now, I don't know what I'd do, but I was bloody hurt, I know that much. Right, I'll see you guys in a bit. And I don't have any napkins left, so I feel like my mouth is still covered in stuff. Even though I cleaned it with napkins, I still feel like I've got chocolate and stuff over my mouth. Well, definitely chocolate over my fingers, so I'm gonna go and wash my hands. Well, it's summer, it's melting, so it's spring, but it's melting, but it's 18 degrees here today. Yesterday it was 20, I think it was 22 recently as well. The highest it's been, I think, is 30, but it's around, like people say 27, 20, even 22, 23 is cold, but here in the UK, the sun feels a lot hotter than in other countries. Like, I've been to really hot countries, and because there's wind, it doesn't feel as hot. Like, I've been in countries where it's 30 degrees most of the time, it never felt this hot. But I don't know, I think it's 18 degrees, and this 18 degrees probably feels like what 35 degrees feels like in their country. Like, it's boiling here, so maybe it's a good thing that I'm going to the sea in a bit. But I'm a bit nervous though, I don't know what to expect. Like, as well, I'm wearing white trainers, when my trainers get ruined with water. Like, my shoes are like multicolored, so they're old. That's why they started fading away there, because it wasn't. I think they were made in Singapore or Indonesia. I can check on the tongue, but I don't remember. But yeah, these are unusual trainers. They were designed yourself, and I wanted some trainers. I wanted purple trainers anyway, but I wanted my 3 favorite colors, which are blue, red, and purple. So that's why I designed my own trainers and bought them from Nike Town. But they didn't. After about 2 months, it started to like wake see all the white marks on them. After about 2 months here, that's when they started. That's when they, I don't know, it started like fading away. I was thinking, I paid extra for this customization. It's bad quality. Yeah, I remember in Iceland top. If you guys don't know, I can speak Icelandic. Let's say guten daginn, ég heiti Fru. That's just basically. I can speak more fluently than that, but I struggle to hear it. But I can read it, I can write it, I can speak it. What do you call it? I know there's different ways to say how are you. Probably pronunciation probably a bit off, but there's which is like how are you, and you can just say, I think it's sevregudu gott, like something like that, or sevregudu gott. It means it means are you good, basically, like what's up, like that kind of equivalent. It's more informal than the other one. Yeah, so probably people thinking, looking at me, oh, you're looking at my appearance and thinking, why are you wearing an Iceland top for when there's not many people. But I've been there a few times, and I got a little bit stuck over there during COVID, but I picked up the language a little bit. I was actually thought about teaching it because it's not that hard. It's like Icelandic is very similar to English. So since Iceland, then because it's a Germanic language, it's a northern Germanic language, it's very similar. I can see the transition from Old English to Icelandic, and even Icelandic and Viking. I don't know if it's called Old Norse, the language that the Vikings used. It's very understandable. So again, I've got a bit of a cold. Yeah, basically, the languages, I can see how it changes through time, and I can see its German connections, like Guten Morgen, like Icelandic and German are very similar, but there are clear differences. But like Haus, like it's all similar. Like Kaffi, there's all lots of things. But to say the word fatligach or fatlik, it means beautiful, and that's because double L is a T in Icelandic. It makes it sound very different from how it looks. So yeah, Icelandic pronunciation can be a challenge even for Icelandic people themselves. But I think as long as they understand what you're trying to say, they're okay with you. But sometimes they just speak to you in English because they don't want the trouble. Or sometimes they speak to you in their language anyway, but I think they had a lot of tourists, so they just speak in English because they speak both Icelandic and English in Iceland. So yeah, I already bought this as a tourist attraction, but it's like the Icelandic flag on it. The flag, I don't know if this was the official football design at one stage during the time. I think it was 2020 I bought it. So yeah, in 2020 it was quite a while back. Yeah, I was surrounded by pigeons. There's lots of pigeons because lots of people eating around here, so pigeons are just looking for spare food. Yeah, I'm not the only person sitting here. I was the only person sitting at this bench at one stage. Keep getting harassed by insects, as you can see. But I think maybe they think I'm a tree. Looking around to see what there is going on. So I'm just a bit nervous now. As you can see, there's pigeons right here, right in front of me. And there's school kids opposite me, but they're getting scared of pigeons. Like, I thought I chose a quiet pace, but no, I couldn't be quiet for long. But here there's not really any peace and quiet because it's a tourist attraction. It's always busy, there's always people around. Like this bit here is a bit emptier, but if you go behind me, there's no way you're walking through there smoothly. It's impossible. You can try it, but it ain't gonna work. Now I'm thinking, what's the time now? I've been speaking to you guys for about 5 minutes straight, just waffling your ears off. I'm wondering if all my videos will save because my storage has only got 10% left. So I need to clear all my phone storage because I do my vlogging on the phone. I don't use a professional camera or anything because it's just easier. I find it easier. You got CapCut, just edit. It's just easier. I can put everything together. But excuse me again. Sorry about that. See, every time I sniff, I still got a bit of a cold. So yeah, but I've been using. I use vlog on my phone, which I find easier because some people use a camera, but then you need the SD card and import everything and then edit in and stuff. Oh, was a bee here? Oh, that's not a bee. That's a black insect. I don't know. I thought it was a bee, but it's a bug. It could have been a black bee. But it was looking, I think because our trainer's shoes are purple, it was looking at him. I think I spilled some chocolate on my shoes, but oh well. That's an insect, but oh well. It's oh no. Yeah, chocolate. I spilled some chocolate on my shoes, but oh well. I can clean it when I get home. There's a pigeon here. I can tell this one's a male because its chest is puffing out. So it's definitely a male. But yeah, it's just waiting here, just killing time. I'm a bit too nervous to go too early or too late, so that's why I'm waiting here for a bit. Let's just see what's up. I think maybe around 10 past I'll go. But if you guys want to watch some pigeons looking for food, then you guys can if you want, but if not, then let me move my foot out of the way. I wonder, apparently there's been studies where they say pigeons can actually understand the English language and, or at least read it at least, and they can, I've seen in the videos of them using trains to get from one stop to the other, like calmly, like it's like humans. Why fly when they can take the London Underground? But I don't know if it's all true. But scientists say crows can understand us, and crows name each of us a different name. They recognise us by. If that's true, that's quite fascinating, and it shows that we overlook animals because they don't communicate in the same way as us. Like, people thought animals don't have feelings, but I think all animals and creatures, even reptiles and amphibians, have feelings. We just don't understand them because it's like, if it goes for a good like analogy, it's like people who live in tribes compared to people who live like us. We don't understand their way of life because we're not used to it. And I feel like the same with animals. Animals have a different lifestyle and different way of life from us, so we don't understand it. But at the same time, an animal shows, since our signs to be like us, we call them intelligent and clever, but it may be ones that don't show any signs of being similar to us are actually more clever than us. We don't know because we're not, unless you're born and raised into it by one of those animals, and you wouldn't know. Those humans been raised by wolves, and then they've obviously been taught to be humanized afterwards. They can explain what their upbringing's like. There's studies for people like that, they have like heightened sense of hearing and smell and stuff, so I'm wondering if our environment ultimately determines how we become. Like obviously genetics play a part too, but some people think, oh, if you don't have a genetic disposition to do so, it won't happen. But I feel like environment's more likely to. Some things are just solely genetic, some things are a bit of both, but I feel like your environment has the biggest impact on you. So I think it just depends on who you are and what and like what your environment is, how people turn out overall. I feel like, and so people say, if like religious people, they will say like, oh, God has a plan for you, but you have free will. What I feel like they mean by that is like, the free will is like say you have a game, yeah, but there's multiple choices you can choose from. So there's all these options that can happen, but the end result's always going to be the same. And that's what I feel like they mean. So you can choose how this is going to go. Different events might happen depending on what you choose, choice you make, up to the final thing, whatever happens at the final thing when it comes to whatever's planned for you. That's how I see it. So I feel like, imagine different choices might happen in a good way or bad way, but the same end result's always going to be the same, no matter what you choose. But I could have stayed at home today, but that was my free will to come out here and start vlogging today. I chose to do that because I wanted to. And you've got to live life to the fullest, especially just having experiences and forming memories, because there's going to be times where you might not be able to do things anymore. Like, say you might get into an accident, or I have not jinxing anything, or you might, like, obviously when you get older, sometimes you might start getting health problems. You never know what's going to happen. Like, I could literally die within the next second. No one knows when their time's up. So just live life to the fullest. Enjoy what you need to do. Have new experiences. If you've got things near you and you can afford to do them. And I feel like I've just taken the courage and bravery to do things that even I'm a little bit scared of. Like, I wouldn't really say I'm scared of anything, but I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. But I feel like just do everything once, just for the experience of it, to know whether you like it or not, as long as it's not putting you in harm or danger. Obviously, freak accidents and things happen, so anything's possible. Like, anything's literally possible, but bear in mind that as long as you're comfortable with doing what you want to do it. If you're not comfortable, don't do it, because if you're not comfortable with something, there's a reason why you're not comfortable with doing it. So I feel like that's how everybody should live their lives. Right, I don't know what the time is now, so I'm going to check the time and I'm going to see if I need to go toilet or not. But you have to pay here because the thing closed, so let me go. Yeah, so the time is still a bit early to go. The time is 2:17 right now. I was at 2:45. I meant to be there by 2:30. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably get to there. I don't know how long the queue is, so I'll see what it looks like. Probably we'll see. I'm excited. I've never done it before. I'm just doing all the things I've never really got the opportunity to do. I don't know what that building is across the river, but it's like a very important building. But I know Farringdon Station is somewhere over there. So yeah, and it lets you off there. I think it's Farringdon Station anyway. And yeah, I don't know if they have light access or they're going to have toilets on the cruise. Because I know I need to go to the toilet every 5 seconds. But it's for 40 minutes apparently. I'll probably go really quickly, and they usually say it's longer than it actually is. So it'll probably actually take like 20 minutes, half an hour. But let's see. I think I got a discount, so it's about £15 for what we're about to do. So it's not too bad. It's quite a reasonable price. Basically, guys, just go and explore and travel as much as you can if you're able to. Obviously, make sure you're financially stable to do these things. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to get yourself into trouble financially. Just make sure. But if there's anything you want to do in life, just go ahead and do it as long as you're financially stable and able to do it without putting yourself at risk. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it measures how deep the water is. So right now it's a little bit lower than usual, I believe. But I believe it's also to anchor the boats. I believe that's a platoon, but I'm not sure. So yeah, sometimes the water level will rise, and I think it measures how deep the water actually gets. But right now it's in the lower end. I want to find out how deep it is myself, but yeah, it is. Well, there's a woman busking here earlier, but now there's a man busking too. So I think he's taking over from there. Filming Valerie by Amy Winehouse. Are quite talented. Like it takes a lot of effort for such a long period of time. You see the London Eye looks a bit faster now. If you see it behind me, and if you see the little pods behind me, yeah. We're gonna go in those soon. It looks really small from a distance, but actually really big on the inside. It looks small from the outside, but it's massive in the inside. It's like Harry Potter when they go into those small Thames, they look inside, it's bigger than it looks. Yeah, lots of things here. I was a bit nervous, so I'm just hanging around here, hovering around here. But people are starting to board now. So, what do you call it? I think I should go, but I don't know, I feel like I'm too early. The thing is, I'm always too early, so I end up being late because I'm always too early, so I feel like I'm always too early, so like, let me wait a bit until it's too late. You know, I'll take a view for a bit. Yeah, saying no scooters and bikes, I'll see people with scooters and bikes through these signs. I'm gonna give it like another couple of minutes before I go, because I feel like I'm still a bit too early. But I don't know how long the queue is for all of this, but I see some people are boarding already. The man says to go to gate 2, it's to get to number 2. But yeah. You said you could put in this one earlier, but I wanted to get something to eat first. Also, I needed to go to the toilet, so yeah. Yeah, that Belgian Brussels was really nice. Go and shout out the chocolate fruit. The food is really, really nice. The good customer service. There's lots of options for people for different toppings and stuff that you can have on your waffle for a few cents. I'm just looking around at the view, because the view here is like, you see those buildings, white buildings over there, that's like proper central London. This is still central. That's when you know, when you're over there, that's when you know you're deep in central. But central London is quite a small area. It's apparently the actual city of London is separate from Greater London, so City of London and Greater London are two separate things, but City of London is only 1 square mile. I don't know how big that is, but yeah. So yeah, it's the City of London and Greater London are two different counties. But people don't know that there's a difference between City of London and Greater London. They just assume they're both the same. People are boarding now, but still a little bit nervous. I'll go, I guess. I've got 10 minutes till boarding time, so yeah. So just get there 15 minutes early. So yeah. I'm gonna get my ticket up just in case. But yeah, you've got the pier here. Boat ticket sales, pier entrance. Yeah, the man's to go to number 2, and then ticket holder lane, left lane, and then ticket sales right lane, but that's fine. Yeah, it's got the instructions what to do there. Free is an Uber boat as well. You can use your Oyster card for that. And you've got the City Cruises, which is what we're doing. That's number 4, City Cruises. And then you've got a big bus. And you've got the original tour. And here there's also the same. It tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. So let's go. We're getting closer now. Also, there's a pier here. So we're currently on the pier, very excited actually. I've never done anything like this before, so yeah. It's a first experience. Really, I would actually want to do this with my girlfriend, but she doesn't live in the same country as me, unfortunately, so right now we'll be back together soon. We can see a boat pulling up now. I think that's the one about to board, unless it's just leaving, but as you can see. Yeah, I'm actually excited. My first time experience doing this. I'll do this by myself, so it'd be nice if someone else came with me, but it's cool. I didn't realise there's another entrance over there as well. I think that might be where people exit. Yeah, it is. There's an exit sign there. Before I was actually shy to start vlogging, but since I'm doing that, I've gained more confidence. Before I thought like everyone was just watching me, and I'm confident with editing because I know sometimes I can sound a bit quiet, so once I edit it I can make my volume go a bit higher so you guys can hear me clearly. And there's an Uber boat which I showed you guys in Greenwich. There's another one here in South Bank / Westminster. So yeah, there's loads of what do you call it? Loads of different cruises and different types of boats about. I think I've done this once as a kid with a group of I used to go during the school holidays. My parents sent me to this place, and then they were twice went on the River Thames boat cruise. But I don't know if the one I'm doing now is the same one, because I know there's several different types. Yeah, as you can see where the London Eye is, there's no like net or anything to catch it if you fall. When you have to step onto it, there's literally I've done it once, but literally nothing beneath you. So I'm wondering if anyone's ever fallen in. But you can see it moving more clearly from down here. When you're on it, you can feel it moving, but when you look at it from a distance, it looks like it's staying still. But the London Eye, I believe, is powered by the wind, so that's what causes it to move by itself. But I believe they do have like electronic backup just in case the wind fails. We're closer to the Big Ben side now than the other side we came from, on the South Bank side. But I don't know the technical order is where it changes. They have got security here. Security is checking just to make sure no one's carrying anything that can be a threat, so that we can all go through peacefully and smoothly. I came here a bit early, so I'm a bit glad. I came a bit early. I was a bit nervous because I was thinking maybe I was too early, but I think I'm kind of in the middle. I saw people boarding, so I thought I would just take the chance. But yeah, so there's people who were boarding last that just finished their cruise, coming off now. So ours is at 2:45. So we'll see what happens. Apparently it's 40 minutes long. And since it's 40 minutes long, I wonder where it goes. I know it goes past a few places. I only booked my ticket yesterday because I was meant to do it yesterday as well, but I knew I needed to be somewhere else, so I didn't book it until last minute. I'll start vlogging again once I actually get on the ship with we can see if I get like an outside seat or window seat. Depending if I'm on top or bottom. Then I'll start vlogging again so that you guys can see the sights. I spoke a little too soon, but I didn't realise there's like an oyster card there. I'm not sure if that's for ramps for disabled access, I think, but I'm not sure. So I'm assuming the boat will park up there to let someone in the wheelchair down, but that looks too small for the wheelchair accessible. Above us, it's got a bit of a shade, but the sun's coming from the right, so it's not really helping. So what I'm trying to do is get the seat towards the left if it's possible. Because I don't know which way the boat's going to be travelling, to be honest. So it might not even matter. They've got like symbols on top of it as well to see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like it shows you like different sites and stuff and buildings of this kind of area. So where the bridges are, basically the whole of Westminster and South Bank. Quite a lot of people have booked this as well today. I'm assuming there's lots of tourists. I noticed in this area there's lots of, I hear different accents, but I noticed when I was in Britain I had a lot of Italian accents. Here, I'm hearing a mixture of different accents from all over the world. But I know I do hear a lot of Canadian and American accents as well when in central London. But so far, not much. I've only heard about 2 American and Canadian accents. I wonder what's better, the New York or London. And there's another statue there on the other side of the river. I might walk on it on the way back, I'm not sure. But right now it's very noisy, so you guys probably can't hear me. My battery's getting a bit low, so I'm gonna stop vlogging for a while unless something new comes up. And so we made it onto the boat. I'm a little bit scared because this wasn't that stable. I went to sit down. I'm wondering if I should move seats. But yeah, I don't want to be sitting here by myself. But the London Eye is right next to me, as you can see. And there's anything to hold on to. I don't know what this is. I think I want an aisle seat. So if anything comes, I'll just move because I'm scared of being near the edge. It's probably fine. But I'm just being a bit of a scaredy cat. No school concern. Maybe I need to move back to the. But yeah, there's nothing really to hold on to just in case anything happens. Well, I always think like that. I don't think they give you life jackets either. But I wonder if it's a slow or fast cruise. They have refreshments downstairs on the lower deck, so that's good. So there's refreshments downstairs and the bar as well, where they give you snacks. So that's quite nice to have. And here, if I turn my camera around, you guys can see a better view of the London Eye and all the other things I showed you earlier, like the London Dungeon, Sea Life Aquarium, and Strike Adventures and other stuff. Yeah, around here as well was earlier, I was showing you guys all the different attractions, and then here is the London Eye, but it's quite hard to get like this. Maybe if I change this angle it would be better. But yeah. And behind us is where we came from down there. There's more people boarding the ship. I was hoping I'll get a lower deck because I feel like something bad. I just don't like being near the edge, near the water. I can swim, but they're probably not fast anyway. I was scared because when I touched the chair, I thought they were stuck to the ground, but they're kind of just put on. You can literally lift them up and move them. Yeah, but here they have different types of things. They have Uber boats as well. So Uber boats you can take from, I think, Westminster to Greenwich, and there's one you can take from other parts of London to different ferry points, but I'm not sure where they are. But there's definitely Westminster to Greenwich. This one, I think there's one from Westminster to Tower Bridge as well. I'm not sure where they all go. This one I'm not 100% sure where it goes either. Yeah, I'm gonna start speaking now. I think like I'm pretty annoying everyone like talking. On the way back, I'll show you guys the sign of Philadelphia, so good to show you guys here. I recognise a sign TripAdvisor. That's a very famous like a travel company website that helps you with booking different places to different attractions. I can't see what the top one says because my eyesight's bad, even though I'm wearing glasses. But I think it says River something. And we hope you had a blast is the message. Yeah. You can see steps leading to the water there. I think on the news someone recently drunkenly fell down there. I'm trying not to look at the water because sometimes I get seasick. I don't know what's scarier, being this or when I was in the Philippines. So I've done some parasailing, and like to get there, you have to go deep into blue sea. There's nothing around for miles, and then the parasailing was fun, but it's only for 15 minutes, and it was a little bit scary because I think if something goes wrong, you're just stranded in the sea. But we had life jackets and stuff, so it's fine. I believe these might be rescue boats, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they are. I'm gonna look away from the water because I'm feeling a bit dizzy. It's all to do with I was like, sometimes when I see things it makes me, it disorientates me. No one knows I have a slight condition called optic nerve hyperplasia. So basically it's when, before you're born, the veins in your eyes and like the veins in the eyes don't develop properly, so they're a lot smaller than they're meant to be, and the blood doesn't flow all the way around. So yeah, so basically technically classed as visually impaired, so or partially sighted as it used to be called. So that means glasses don't actually fix my sight. They help a little bit, but they don't fix it. They just make it as best as it can possibly be. But I believe now there's new technology out there that's very specific. I'm about to start, I think.
Travelling on today is the Silver Benito, which is operated by Wood's Silver Fleet. There are toilets located downstairs, situated at the back of the boat, near to where you entered. For the comfort of all our guests, we ask you to refrain from smoking or vaping on this cruise. Please switch your phones to silent and keep noise volume to a minimum. This is a safety announcement. This boat is licensed to carry 249 passengers. We maintain constant contact with Thames Navigation and the River Police at all times. This boat is equipped with a full complement of life jackets and life rafts. The life jackets are stowed underneath the fixed seating in the lower saloon and in a locker on the upper deck, clearly marked with a green sign. All exits are clearly marked. From the lower saloon, there are doors at both sides of the vessel.
Down there, guys. This is the only opportunity you'll get here in London to wave at strangers and receive a positive response. So make sure you cash in on that now. If you try it on the tube later, it's not going to go down so well. So looking over to your right hand side, we are now passing the also known as the New Palace of Westminster. Now, it's known as the New Palace as there palace that stood here prior to this one. In fact, there have been palatial buildings on this site dating all the way back to the Anglo-Saxon times. And it used to be ruled to the monarchy right up until King Henry VIII decided that he would rather live in the Palace of Whitehall. So he handed the Palace of Westminster over to the government, creating the first medieval Houses of Parliament here in the UK. And outside the front of the building there, you can see some red and green awnings. Now the bridge behind us, Lambeth Bridge, is red, and the bridge ahead of us, Westminster Bridge, is green. And now this color coding is no coincidence. There's a lot of color coding in and inside, in and around the building. And this is to represent the houses within. So inside, we have the House of Commons, who are our publicly elected MPs. Very nice to his co-workers. As he took one look at that loud round bell and they thought, that makes it's just like you. Go on the bridge! Of London. But do not be alarmed if you find yourself on pod 33. I haven't lied to you. We had a lot of issues with pod 13. Our superstitious guests were refusing to board it. And so now, in between capsule 12 and capsule 14, you will find capsule 33. Because that makes loads of sense. Okay, we've got a whole group of people ready to wave at us. So let's make some noise. Lovely place to go for a walk on a sunny day like today. It's home to a lot of arts and culture here in London. The building you can see there, Royal Festival Hall, has its origins back in the Festival of Britain in 1951. Now this festival was designed as a tonic to the region for over 10 years now. King Charles III himself even said he thought it looked like the back end of a nuclear power station. There are 3 new theaters. The windows light up in the company colors at night, like all windows do. I'm not sure the judge was cases after that. Apparently, he became a bit of a laughing stock. The jokes only get worse, by the way. The further down the river we go, so Stratton Cathedral. Now, this is the second largest domed cathedral in the world, second only to the Basilica in the Vatican. And this is the 5th version, actually, of St. Paul's Cathedral. The 4th one very famously burnt down during the Great Fire of London in 1666. And this one was built and designed. River, and it only stood for 15 years, 1613. And this is it's the lowest foot traffic of any bridge in London. It kind of connects nothing of interest to nothing else of interest, so Google Maps will never send you this way. So anybody who's on the bridge is probably lost. If we get any waves, it's usually a private bridge. Do you know where you are? It was also built Sir Christopher Wren, he wanted the people of London to have a viewing platform from which they could witness their city being rebuilt from the ashes. You would still climb it to this day, as you can see. There's some people up there right now. Just at the top of the monument right there, you can see the concrete we just went up in. Got confused. Even Fergie back in 2006 when she was still down the battleship. This is the submarine, by the way. It's on the goodwill trip around the country. Essentially, they're just waving at people, I think. It's pretty goodwill. It's just next door to it is the HMS Belfast, which is a naval museum, actually. It's an old Navy ship that retired and has been converted into a museum that you can afford. If you're a school, actually, apparently you can have sleepovers on the HMS Belfast. So, you know, want some more school trips? Okay, let's have a look. He was just about here. He's got a big one, clearly. Maybe I'll get some pictures of him. Maybe I'll wait for these people over there as well. Hello. It is no longer 66, so it's nearly 1,000 years old, and it's most famous for having been a place of torture and execution. So you can see the words entry to the Trader's Gate on the bank of the river there. This is where we used to take our traders to be executed, inside the tower. Now, it was actually quite an honor to be executed in the tower. You had to be royal to be executed inside. So some famous names to lose their heads here include Catherine Howard and Anne Boleyn, who went on Tower Hill for everybody to come and watch. Now, the last public execution to take place in the Beefeaters, or the Yeoman Warders, who guard the crown jewels inside the tower, actually have. And legally, we cannot build any buildings taller than that one because of aviation laws. Oh, yeah, lots of people way back here. Hello! You're on the bridge. Now, you don't believe me that this is London Bridge. It does say it on the side there. Now, London Bridge was the original bridge across with modern art. The Tate Modern. It's free to enter, so if you are interested in art, I would very thoroughly recommend a visit. It's a wonderful place to wander around. Now we are coming back up to Blackfriars Bridge here. And I know you've all been waiting very patiently to find out about the mysterious red columns in between the bridges, so hang tight. I will tell you all about those when we get to the other side of these bridges here. Hello, we have someone at the station. Replace it. But when we came to remove the original bridge, we found that it was dug so deeply into the bed of the Thames that only dynamite essentially, which shifted. But dynamite would have also blown up the ground with it, so it was very still. Please go. So what did the construction workers do? They did the only thing that they could do, really, was they painted the columns red. They gave them a grade 2 listing, and just so this bridge that you see here was built when a lot of men were away fighting. So it was built by a 95% female workforce. Yay, ladies. It is also the only bridge across the river to this day to have been built on time. It's an art gallery now, actually, which you can visit while you're here if you're interested. Hello on the bridge! London's first purpose-built luxury hotel. A room in the Royal Suite at the Savoy will cost you £18,000 for one night. And there's a minimum of 3 nights stay, so that's £54,000. But you do get a butler service and a car service, which I believe is a Bentley, and 24-hour access to a therapist, which I don't really know why. And now, it was a gift also. Memorial statue, and behind it there are lots of green roofs peeping out above the trees there. This is the Ministry of Defense, and it's also known as the iceberg, as what you can see above the ground is just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath there are floors and floors of nuclear bunkers and secret passageways that nobody knows about. They go all the way from Parliament to Downing Street to MI5 to MI6. So don't worry, guys, anything goes wrong here in the UK, the government will be fine. No stress. Now, the Ministry of Defence actually, they got quite angry when we were building the London Eye back in 1999. They thought it was a huge note. It takes like half an hour to get all the way around. So if you are going to ask at the top, just make sure you're pretty confident you know what the answer is going to be. Otherwise, you could...
Finally made it towards the end of the tour. It was basically going through the history of London and the famous sightseeing places like Big Ben, Tower Bridge, London Bridge, the Shard, and other famous monuments in London. We're going to be heading towards, not going to London Eye today, we're going to be heading towards the London Eye to exit, but because there's a school here waiting for them to leave first. Yeah, so we finally made it towards the end safely. Alright, no one fell in. So that's good to know. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be back here. We're going on there, the London Eye. Apparently it's not a Ferris wheel, it's a cantilever wheel. Because a cantilever apparently means it's supported on one side only, while a Ferris wheel has to be supported on both sides. And it's the world's tallest cantilever wheel. It doesn't look that high for something that's going to be the world's tallest, but when you're at the top, when I got it tomorrow, I will show you guys the view of what you can see when you're right at the top. But I've been in it once before when I was about 12 years old, and then I haven't been in it, so it's been about, I think it was 12, yeah, it's been over 10 years since I've been on there. I'm looking forward to it, excited to go again. But as I was showing you guys earlier, when you step onto London Eye, there's nothing below, so you can literally, if you mistime your step, you're in the water. I can assume if that happens to me, but hopefully it doesn't. You can see it moving slowly. It looks like it's moving left on this side, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, that's why I was seeing it from the other side. That's why I'm getting confused. So on the other side, it moves. It goes. This way it's going clockwise, but if you're viewing it from the other side, it's going anti-clockwise. So yeah.
Right. So that's 10:30 till it's out. Yeah.
But yeah, this way it's going clockwise upwards, but when you're looking at it from the other side, it's going anti-clockwise. I think. I get confused when it comes to directions. I'm thinking, what's the time now? If there's enough time, we'll go to the Sea Life Aquarium, but I don't think there's enough time today, but we will see. No, there's not enough time to go see Life Aquarium because it's closed at 4 p.m. But we could go to the London Eye, but I haven't booked it and it's quite expensive because I'm a member, so I can just buy it and go tomorrow. And then there's somewhere else we were meant to go near here, London Eye. See Life Aquarium, that was it. And then we can go to Chislehurst Caves the day after or the day after that. And then yeah, thank you. Yeah, we can. Thank you. Yeah, so we can go to Chislehurst Caves, and I think we'll go to Fowl Farm. So that's like right the other side of London. It's technically out of London, and some people call it Kent, even though it's been in London for over 50 years. But people are stubborn and hold on to identity. I've just realised my phone is on silent, so I don't know if you guys can hear me recording. But yeah, basically the later on in the queue you sit on the bottom deck. I don't know if it will alternate, but if you're later on the queue you go to the bottom deck. If you're earlier you go on the top deck. This is the other entrance. The entrance on the right hand side. We entered from that side here, but I see people enter from this side here as well. So I don't know if they're two different things, but this is boarding point 2. So yeah, this is where we're exiting here. And you see again, the London Eye has been the main focal point of today. We've been seeing it the whole time. As you can see, the pods, now we're getting closer, the pods look a lot bigger, but they still look small. But when you're actually inside them, I think they can hold up to like 20 or 30 people, I can't remember. But yeah, they can hold quite a lot of people, and they're a lot bigger on inside than on the outside. We're late to the other stuff. I could have actually boarded early because the man let me board early, but I wanted to get something to eat first and all of that. So yeah. Right now, I don't know how much it costs. Let me see, because I remember I can get it for £20, but I think it's like £40 if you don't pay. So yeah, as I say, there's a gift shop right over there. So if you're a tourist, you can buy souvenirs that remind you of London or the UK. So, because I know it's not just London, there's things that are Scottish in there as well. But I don't really see anything Welsh or Northern Irish. It's exit only. You get a photo ticket, but it's probably expensive as well. Basically, everything here is a tourist trap. But the iconic lampposts. Yeah, that's what the London Eye is supported by, all of that up there. So, hopefully you guys can see. Just this side, but it's supported only on one side, not both sides. But it kind of is supported on both sides in a way. But it just goes through to the middle, isn't it? Yeah. I so happened to get a cruise where they were also school kids on it, so you could hear a lot of shouting because they're saying hello on the bridge. That's why people are waving on the bridge and stuff. To be honest, it wasn't as long a wait because of that, because of the boat. The woman said, who was a tour guide, she said that the boat is called Silver Benito, if I'm remembering correctly. And that the boat can hold up to 249 people, so they filled up the boat quickly. This is a fast car, no fast car. This is I forgot a name. Oh, so wrong. I know who it is. This is a woman with something sisters. I forgot the name. It's something sisters. Fire on my nose. Yeah, but it's something sisters. I forgot the name. It's like 4 sisters, so I can't remember the name. I'll look up and remember. So this is where I was eating earlier. I was eating on that side, but it's busy now, as you can see, lots of people around. But I feel like people are also going home as well. So, because I actually walk clearly in a straight line without people getting my way. So yeah, we're gonna head back home, I think. I'm not sure if there's anything else to do with time, because even though I left out early today, it's far from where I live, so it took me a while to get here. So we didn't get to do everything we wanted to do, but tomorrow I can wake up earlier and then we will go to all the places we never got to go to today. And I think I have one more day left this week of vlogging, and then I can go back to doing the gaming series, or maybe something different. I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't been bothered with me carrying my phone in my hand like this. But yeah, the toilets, again, I need to go to the toilet before I go back because it's a long journey back. I say it's a long journey back, I mean it's almost 2 hours. It's like an hour and a half. It's like, if the good thing about Central is like you can get to almost anywhere unless you live right in the outer London, but you can still get to lots of different places, so yeah. The thing is, the hall's closed, we have to pay £1 to use the toilet here, but it's not even that clean. So, even though you have to pay £1 to use the toilet, the water smells like sulphur, like egg mixed with sulphur and sewage. I'm wondering about the water now. Yeah, it's here, but it's closed. But £1's not too expensive to buy. They have a health clinic here as well, right in the middle of central London, so it's good for anyone who lives in central. But to be honest, not many people live in central London. So since many people don't live in central London, most people live in Greater London, so which is like, okay, this technically isn't the city of London, I don't think, but people live elsewhere. But here it's very expensive to live here. The people who do live here, very few people, it's very expensive. They're usually foreigners, rich foreigners who come to live here. But a lot of people from China as well live in central London, I've noticed. Like, well, where are you from? Where do you live? Oh, Westminster, Central, the London Bridge or Tower Bridge. Like, I've never heard of anyone living there. I feel like there's nothing really here apart from tourist attractions. I don't know, there's lots of tall buildings, and maybe there's like flats and houses in some of those tall buildings, but I would reckon that those tall buildings are just offices, different companies renting out those offices for their work. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a house in central London. Actually, maybe near London Bridge I have, actually. I met someone who was from, I think they were from, I don't know if it's classed as Eastern, Central, or Southern Bulgaria, so from Europe, and then they lived in London Bridge, and I've never met anyone who lives in Central London before, so that was the first. It was quite interesting. There's a very informative tour about all the different historic sites in London. So yeah, people from all over the world here. I heard a lot of different European accents. I can't distinguish all. I distinguished some. I did hear some Italian. I did hear some Spanish. I did hear some Polish. But also heard, I don't know if they were American or Canadian. I can't tell the difference between an American accent and a Canadian unless it's like the very south of America, and a Canadian I can tell. But if someone's from New York and someone's from Toronto, I will not be able to tell the difference, really. Same if I think as well as people call it a Midwest accent. I can't tell the difference between that Midwest American accent and a Canadian accent. The only Canadian accent I can tell is one where they sound slightly Caribbean. That's the only Canadian, that's like a Toronto accent, I think. One of the Toronto accents, and that's the only time I can tell someone's Canadian. But like, for example, Jordan Peterson, you probably all know him, a famous psychologist, I believe. I wouldn't know whether he's American or Canadian just by hearing his voice. To me, it sounds a bit ignorant, but they all sound the same. Like, when it comes to Australians and people from New Zealand, like, Australians elongate a lot of their words compared to New Zealanders, so I can tell the difference even though they sound very similar. But when it comes to Americans and Canadians, I don't know how to distinguish between the two. Someone needs to teach me, please. Anyway, on our way back now, long journey back. The woman was talking about here, South Bank Centre, and that there's some graffiti below, I think below this building, and there's also a skate park somewhere below here as well. The parcel, I don't know what that's for. I don't think you can actually see. I don't know if anyone's allowed in here, because I feel like all these buildings are just, you have to have the door is out of service. Okay, that's not the same. What is it for? It's great to see the Queen Elizabeth Hall is 90 minutes, open 90 minutes before each event. They hold events in here, I think. So yeah, I think that's what they do. I don't actually know what different events they do. The woman did tell, but there was a lot going on. There's a lot of information to take in such a short space of time. I think there's a skate park below there, because I hear them sometimes, and I see some people skating here sometimes, both roller skating and skateboarding. I can hear them now. I don't know if it's very clear on camera, but I can hear them a little bit. Like somewhere down here there's a skate park. I don't know where. Somewhere around here or near here. And there used to be a food court, I think. down those stairs, because I remember it was very crowded. I don't know if things change. I don't know if everything changes, so I don't know. And there's some statues here, some famous statues. You've got the South Bank Centre, some information here if you're a tourist. Lots for you to see. You're on level 2. To access roof garden using lift, go to Royal Festival Hall and take the glass lift level 1. Go inside across the road and the lift to the garden is straight in front of you. I don't know, I meant to be a really avid reader when I was a kid, but as an adult I guess I'm not an avid reader anymore. There are some steps down there that go down, and this is the thing, like the building is kind of here, as you can see. Like, even though you'd think, like in that place, what's that, I think it's called Guanjing or Shang, I don't know, in China, a place where there's several different, even though it isn't technically a mountain, but that's in that place in China, everyone knows what I'm speaking about if you know. I don't know, please tell me the correct name of it, because I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Guanjing, I think, or something similar to that. There's like a buildings where you think you're on the ground floor, but you're not, but there's just lots of steps like this here. So where he came from was up there earlier, but down here I think the food court used to be down here. All this around here around Waterloo used to be a food court, I think, unless I'm looking in the wrong place, but someone please tell me. But yeah, or it might be somewhere else down there, I don't know. It's just, I haven't been here for a long time, so things have changed. But there's a food court here. When I come back, like, you see some food stalls there, that's a restaurant, so it's not actual store. I don't know, let me see, because there used to be a food court around here, but maybe it's not every day, or maybe they've changed the location, or maybe I'm too far away from it. I'm pretty sure I came here around Christmas time, and there was like food, all this little strip here, there was just like loads of food everywhere from all different places all over the world. It's very crowded. And I'm sure this is where the food court usually is, but I might be wrong. So anyone correct me if I'm in the wrong place. Down here, so see what I mean, like you think we came from down there, steps down there, there's road below us, but that's the normal road up top of that, but it's a hill, so you can go back down there as well. But there's also steps up that way as well, and then further along. So yeah, but this is the south side of the river. It's a little bit curved, but it doesn't look too obviously curved, but on this bridge is where south becomes, I think it was west, I don't know. It's not that north, but it's north of the River Thames at some point. There's a Pizza Express here that you can eat. And there's lots of eateries. I don't know all the different eatery shops, but they use a lot of, I see a lot of like pizza places, Italian cafes, there's some Mexican food, there's also Lebanese food. There's like the bars as well, restaurants and gastropubs and stuff. I think that's what they call it, as a gastropub, but I'm not 100% sure gastropubs. There's some things that you hear that I'm not going to do just to see. Go back to see where we came from. This is the main road. We saw this bridge here on the, that's an old bus, that's an old London bus down here. Wait, hold on, let me get you guys. That there is one of the old London buses, but they turned into and converted into a tour bus. So they converted into a tour bus for tourists, but they took the roof off and converted it into a tour bus, so it was familiar. And this is, it's not in service, but that's one of the new Superloop buses. So Superloops are like a shuttle bus. They cut out certain stops, they only stop at certain stops, as you can see there. So yeah, that's very different. Yeah, that's an old London bus as well. That there is a complete old London bus. I'm going to see if I can cross the road to get near to it, but there's lots of cars coming, as you can see. There's not really any proper crossing area. You have to just walk down right to the bottom. But yeah, let's see if we can capture it. There's nothing coming apart from a cyclist. Yeah, this is an old London bus. Basically, what you have to do was you have to jump on the bus from the back. You used to have to jump on the back from in the early 2000s, and then they got rid of these buses. They got rid of these kind of buses in, I think it was like around 2003 or 2004, but now they're an attraction. There's afternoon tea bus tour, so there's a tour of people there. I don't know if anyone can join or if it's a specific school, because I can see quite a lot of children on, so I don't know if it's a school thing or a proper thing. But my bus is here anyway. But I haven't seen a bus like that for such a long time, so it's quite good to see. Anyway, my bus is here, so I'm gonna get on. So guys, we made it back home. Tomorrow we're gonna go to do the what's it called? London Eye and the Sea Life Aquarium. We're gonna get up earlier again and go again. Wednesday I've got something to do, so we'll finish off on Thursday with Chislehurst Caves and Fowl Farm. And that's a list of everything you can do in London that's not too expensive, but there's lots more. I haven't done everything because I'll be broke if I've done the whole list, but the list is endless, things you can do. So there's a small example, so I'll show you a bit of things you can do in central London and a bit you can do in outer London. There's also paintballing in Sidcup, I believe, or near Sidcup, or it's like near the Cray, like I think it's Foots Cray or St Mary's Cray, but around the area between Sidcup and St Paul's Cray, I mean. Yeah, so there's lots of things to do in those areas. So, and also Croydon's got a lot going for it. We haven't gone to Croydon, but Croydon's got a lot going for it as well. And Richmond has loads. There's a park you can visit, like a deer park in Richmond upon Thames, so that's a brilliant place to go. I don't know if it's called Richmond upon Thames, because I know it's in Kingston. It's in the Kingston upon Thames they call it, but Richmond is in that borough, and Richmond has like an open deer park you can go to. I think you have to drive through it. It's like a safari, but it's not a safari. I think that's how it functions. But check it out and you guys let me know, since like I have vague knowledge because I'm just going by memory. I haven't researched any of this recently, so I'm going by memory, and my memory might be foggy, and if I've made any mistakes, correct me, and I'll appreciate it. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.